Hi, this is Trey Passer, and welcome to another review. Last week I finished up with my Hitchcock collection right there, the 14 movies, reviewing those 14 Hitchcock movies in that collection. It was really good to do that, but I'm still, Hitchcock still had more movies that were not in that collection, and I realized that when I was going to, to see what next movie in the film series, I would review, and I said, well, hey, I still have a bunch of other Hitchcock movies that are not in that collection that are just as interesting and good to revisit, ones that I haven't seen in a while and ones that I've seen. So there's quite a few of them actually. So what I'm going to do on Sundays is I'm going to call it Hitchcock Sunday. Okay, there's movies that are not in that collection right there. Hitchcock movies like North by Northwest, Spellbound, Rebecca, 39 Steps, Foreign Correspondent, uh, The Paradigm Case. I think a bunch of other ones which I can't remember. Okay, Notorious. Oh yeah, Notorious. Just a bunch of other Hitchcock movies. About maybe even like 10 or more Hitchcock movies that I can review. I'll just do two at a time, and so I'll have a nice little section on my playlist on my channel. I'll call it Hitchcock Sunday. Okay, and I reviewed two movies today, and this review is going to be for 1954's Dial M for Murder. This is the 3D version, starring Ray Milland, Grace Kelly, and Robert Cummings. Unfortunately for me, I was going to watch this in 3D, and I got this a couple of weeks ago from Barnes and Noble, and they were having their like half off sale because I was always trying to get this movie, but it was always priced like 35 bucks or more. But it was half price, so I think I got it for like 17 bucks or something, which is good. But unfortunately, my 3D glasses, the battery ran out of my two pair of 3D glasses, so I'm going to get 3D glasses tomorrow, and I'll revisit this another time. But I did watch it in regular 2D because, like I said, I haven't seen this in a while, but I've watched it before and I know the story. And basically, you have three. This is a not three-character play. It's about a it's based on a play actually that Alfred Hitchcock adapted, and he had the creator of the play, the writer of the play, adapted the screenplay for the movie, and of course, like I said, stars Grace Kelly and Ray Milland. They play a married couple. Okay, the Winditses. Ray Milland plays Tony Winditz. Uh, Grace Kelly plays Margaret Mary Winditz, and you have Robert Cummings. He plays Mark Holliday. Okay, and Tony is an ex tennis player, and Grace Kelly's I guess, socialite, rich socialite, and you have Robert Cummings. He's a writer, and you discover when the movie begins. You see them like a regular married couple, Ray Milland and Grace Kelly, having breakfast and stuff, and he goes off to work. And then you see her reading a paper and reading about a ship coming over from London carrying a famous American writer, Mark Holliday. And then next thing you see Grace Kelly kissing him, and then you find out, through their conversation that, they had an affair. Okay, they had an affair, and he would write her love letters and stuff, and apparently, her husband, apparently, Tony, when it's played by Ray Milland, he quit playing tennis and kind of dedicated himself to getting a regular job and being there instead of being away from his wife. And of course, she decided to break it off with Mark, and he wrote her letters, and she burned all of them except for one, which actually was stolen from her. Which her handbag actually was stolen with the one letter in it, and she got the handbag back later. But of course, the letter was stolen. And of course, and this is not giving anything away because the title is Dial M for Murder, and the basic part of this is that Ray Milland's character, Tony Wenditz, he actually does find the letter. He actually stole the letter from his wife and found out that she was having this affair, and he basically plots to kill her. Okay, to kill his wife, and he even blackmails one of his old schoolmates, who's kind of like a scam artist, to kill his wife, and he pay him. He actually blackmails him into taking up the job, and actually with the promise of paying him off. Okay, but of course, and this being a Hitchcock movie and a play, things don't go exactly according to plan. And without spoiling it, I don't want to spoil the rest of the movie. Basically, the rest of this movie is them, the cops investigating the case and finding out, and then there's of course twists and turns that happens in this. And the performance that I love in this movie is Ray Milland. He's actually incredible as Tony when there's this guy who puts on this air of being, the proper husband and everything, and who especially love his wife and everything else, but of course behind the scenes he's scheming, you know, and he's always got a plan. He has this he comes up with a plan. He even meticulously carries it out to get the money to actually pay the guy to kill his wife. And the way he goes about planning things is just incredible. And Ray Milland just gives a great performance, in my opinion. It's just absolutely fantastic. And Grace Kelly is just beautiful as ever. Is this woman that's who had the affair and was trying to dedicate herself back to her husband, and then of course she becomes the victim of her husband's plot. Okay, and then you also have John Williams, who plays the local police detective, who's trying to solve the case and find out exactly what happened. Okay, and it's a really, really great movie. A nice adaptation by Hitchcock from the play. And like I said, the play only and I didn't realize this too, but the play only takes place the movie only takes place basically in one room primarily. Okay, the wine desk is living room. That's what basically the whole most of the movie takes place in one room. So it is so you can see how it would be a play, because there's no lots of sets going back there and forth. A lot of going from different locations. Basically, the central place that it takes place for is in their apartment. Okay, from Ray Milland and Grace Kelly's apartment. That's where all the action happens. And like I said before, Ray Milland, he just gives a great performance as this upper crust British guy who's trying to basically scheme to murder his wife, and then things don't go according to plan. But don't worry, he's always thinking, and he's always plotting, and it's just great to see him in action doing his thing. And like I said, you have Robert Cummings. He plays like the writer. His character is kind of bland, and you kind of you don't really sympathize with him too much in the beginning of the movie, because like I said, the guy's cheating. He's cheating with a married woman, so you don't really kind of sympathize with his character as much. Okay, and until maybe later in the movie. But Ray Milland is the tour de force acting performance, and Grace Kelly is really good too, and beautiful as usual. But she's good. But Ray Milland to me steals this movie, because he's just absolutely fantastic as the schemer who plots this this murder and has everything seemingly the perfect murder planned out, and then things don't go according to plan, and then you see him adapt, which is absolutely fantastic. And then John Williams again is great support as this local detective who has to investigate the case, and he's really good too in this nice supporting role. And I would definitely give Dial M for Murder an 8.5. An 8.5. I would definitely give it an 8.5. I think it's just a fantastic movie, one of Hitchcock's best, which is really underrated. Okay, just fantastic. And I would definitely highly recommend it. Let me know if you've seen Dial M for Murder. What do you think of it? And I know this was remade somewhat as The Perfect Murder, the one with Michael Douglas and Gwyneth Paltrow and the guy from Lord of the Rings, which I can't think of his name now. So it's kind of, and I haven't seen that movie, so I can't really compare it. But I can't even imagine. Michael Douglas is a good actor, but I can't imagine. Ray Milland just made this movie for me. Okay. Anyway, if you like this review, please hit the like button down below, and please, if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. And like I said, since Hitchcock has a lot more movies that are not in that collection, that I'll be reviewing, because like I said, I love Hitchcock, so I'll be good to watch his other movies, and also I'll be doing 2 Hitchcock movie reviews every Sunday. Okay, and yeah, so the next movie, so stay tuned after this video. Okay, 8.5 for this movie. The next movie that I'll be reviewing in my next video is a movie I watched that I've seen before a long time ago, and this is actually a TV series. I think it became based on this movie with Robert Wagner, To Catch a Thief. That'll be in the next video. Okay, so tune in for that. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.